Hey guys, welcome back to Roots and Refuge. As you know from our last video, Jessica's out of town, and while mom's away, what's the saying go? Something like boys are gonna play. As you can see, I've got a toy, I've got my help, Ben's got a stick, and we've been working on some pretty big stuff. As far as like the actual project of it, it was kind of like threw a wrench in my actual plans because I was working on like the fence for the perennial garden. I've been needing the track hoe for some small odds and ends stuff for a little while, but just been waiting for an open day or two, and that happened to come available last minute on like Saturday. So I kind of rearranged everything, which worked out fine because like I said, Jessica's up at Murray McMurray Hatchery for the week. So we've been changing the landscape of the property, and actually you'd be surprised how much the way your property feels and looks can change just from taking out like a couple of trees. I'm gonna just do a quick walk around, just kind of show you some of the stuff we're working on, and just kind of show you how drastically it changed just after just a day and a half of working. So what do you got that stick for?
Getting cross-eyed things.
Doing what?
Like getting cross-eyed things, like bouncing.
Balancing? Oh, what were you doing before? What did you call it?
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu. Is that Kung Fu?
Yes.
Well, hold on. We gotta go fix something real quick. Gretchen Wieners, the little mini Nigerian dwarf, keeps escaping under the gate. So now I've got to go catch her and put her up. Gretchen! Look at what you're doing. You're not supposed to be here.
I didn't know.
Hey, Kitten George.
Hey, buddy.
You still hanging out in the hay keeper dryer? 2.0 is just as good as 1.0. Actually, it might be a little bit better. It probably keeps you a little drier, huh?
Yeah. Hi.
All right, boys. Hey, you guys want to walk around and show them some of the stuff that I've been working on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, come on.
He built this. You built this.
Builded what?
This.
What is that? What is that called?
Hay dryer.
The hay dryer? No, the hay keeper.
A hay holder.
Hay holder? Yeah, it's kind of like a hay holder, yeah.
A hay keeper. It's a hay house.
Hay keeper dryer.
It's a hay house.
Hay house? Okay. I can take hay house. That works.
Okay.
All right, let's walk around. Toby's sitting on top of a load of French drain gravel because we're finally going to finish off all the drain system and that big trench we dug out in front of the house. We're finally going to get it filled in so that way the water will divert like it's supposed to. I mean, honestly, we've been waiting to be able to do this for a few months. So I've got a lot of work of shoveling and tractor moving the gravel around. Hey guys, come here real for a second. Stand right here.
Yes.
Look, face this way. Face that way. What's different? So let me turn this around. Maybe you guys can see what's different right here.
Hey, I got a chicken lean on top.
Okay. What can you guys notice is different?
There's the roofs for the bed.
Uh-huh.
The roof is now reinforced. The roof so the thing that blocks out the rain is now reinforced, and there's a squirrel back there. And the greenhouse door is open.
Okay. Did anyone not notice that the tree's missing?
What tree?
What tree? You don't remember a tree? Really? You guys have your memory? You don't even remember the tree?
What tree?
Listen, this is explaining a lot of what goes on in our day-to-day life. I'm like, hey guys, where's your shoes? We have shoes? I didn't even know we had shoes. Like, my kids definitely get this from my beautiful wife, but they're not so good at looking for stuff. So you guys probably noticed that the Bradford bear is completely missing from in front of the garden, and they're not noticing it. They're like, they don't even remember a tree being there, which is hilarious. Oh, yeah. The moment of epiphany, oh yeah, there used to be a tree in front of the garden. That's not there.
Inside the garden. Hey, Dad.
We're about to walk around. Before I forget, you know, Jessica, she is at Murray McMurray Hatchery, and they are actually offering a coupon code good for everything that ships within March. So the coupon code is ROOTS, R-O-O-T-S. It's good for one time, so you can use one coupon. You can't do multiple purchases, but it'll get you 15% off your entire order for anything that ships within March. So thank you, Murray McMurray Hatchery, for taking care of my awesome wife and for taking care of our awesome viewers. I'll make sure to include that information in links in the description of the video.
What do you use all this wood for?
Okay, we're walking towards the backyard. Yeah.
You know what? I can jump off trees. I can jump off like swings now.
You can jump off swings now?
I can jump off swings.
That's
super
pretty cool.
high.
So we're walking towards the backyard, and this is where most of what I've been working on the last couple of days has taken place. And honestly, it still has some cleaning up to do, but it drastically feels different back here for just, like I said, a day and a half of work. So one of the big changes that we've been talking about and finally got done is the gate. That was a 12-foot gate right there. You can kind of see the driveway. That's where the H-brace was. This section of fence that cut this in half is gone. We took it out like we had talked about. We took out the Bradford pear that was sitting right here. But the reason why we took out the Bradford pear is because this is the area where the new high tunnel is going to go, and we wanted to be able to access it easier. We're also going to be putting the shop back here, so I had to kind of think ahead. I've gotten in trouble not doing that before, but I'm thinking ahead for the shop to be, I need to have truck access. And sometimes I have a trailer because I've got an 18-foot utility trailer. I was thinking, you know, I don't want to have to maneuver around trees to get turned around. And I'm going to already have to maneuver around the in-ground garden and the new greenhouse. And so the Bradford pear was just kind of in the way. It's kind of an invasive tree anyways. We did take out 2 other trees. They were hardwood trees, but they directly interfered with either where the shop was going to go physically, or this one back in the corner was going to be casting a considerable amount of shade over the greenhouse, and also it could drop limbs. Went ahead and took it down so that way the greenhouse is completely free of anything that could damage it or fall over on it. Like that pile of wood? So you like that pile of wood? See, even though we're getting rid of the bridge and the ditch and stuff, we'll have other stuff to play on.
No, it's gonna be burnt.
Well, I mean, eventually it will, but it's not gonna be burnt right now. We gotta cut it up. We gotta store it for a little bit. So we've got 2 piles of future firewood from these trees, so they are gonna get put to use. Okay, so this is our Mount Everest of tree limbs and tree branches, which we were piling up just to burn off. Just because it's not thick enough to really use for firewood. But then Ben turned out a pretty good idea, so I'm gonna make some phone calls and see if we can actually make it happen. This stuff is literally piled up right where we're doing the no-dig garden. The no-dig garden is right there. His idea was, and like I said, if we can work it out, we'll do it. But we could rent a commercial chipper and literally just chip this whole thing. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not the gardener expert on how long that'll have to sit before we can use it. But if we can use it this year, we will. If we have to let it sit till next year, then we'll let it sit till next year. But I like the idea of utilizing it rather than just getting rid of it. So we're going to try and utilize it.
Young people can go in there with this.
Did y'all just make this into a jungle gym?
Yep.
Look at that. Just don't slip off. See, these are all the cedar logs, the big ones that I saved when I cleared out these woods. So getting the high tunnel, we've decided we're going to do some kind of raised bed inside. Just because our soil's not very good, which that hasn't changed. But we're actually going to mill these down. I'm not sure how we're going to mill them down. I'm either going to try and get a mill somehow, or borrow or something like that, or I'm just going to take them to a mill and have them mill them for us into an actual 2x material, and we're just going to build raised beds out of all this cedar. It'll look really cool. But I think the thing that's changed the most is we took out this cluster of trees that's over here by the junk pile. So I'm kind of standing in the spot where this triple cluster of oak trees was. The reason we took this one out is because it was definitely going to impede on where the shop's going to go, and even if it didn't quite fall within the bounds of where like the foundation's going to go, it definitely would have made getting a truck back here and a trailer back here not possible. Jessica being gone, like, she hasn't seen any of this, so when she watches this video, which I'm sure she'll do after I get it uploaded, because she always watches the videos I post whenever she's not here, this will really be her first look at it. But to be honest, it's really hard to get like the feel and like the magnitude of the change without actually being here. She's probably pretty excited to get home and to see all the changes that are made, to see the progress we're making. Also because it's directly connected to the greenhouse. She's basically just like a giddy little kid about it. You know, she's super pumped about it. It's definitely been a dream of hers. So, you know, I'm excited to make it happen. I'm excited to get it set up. I'm excited that she'll be able to grow tomatoes for a lot longer in the season, because, you know, she always gets a little sad whenever the tomato season's over. If we can extend it for her, I think it's totally worth whatever we have to do to make it happen. Well guys, that's all we got today. I know it was just kind of a short walk around the property, but we've still got a ton of stuff to do. The more surprises we're doing for Jessica while she's gone. I've got to take these crazies into town. We're gonna get some food, run some errands, pick up some stuff to come back and do some more work. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for going on this journey of just developing our property and learning how to do this thing. You guys wanna say it with me? That's not words.
I know.
Okay, we gotta do it at the same time, crazy.
I know.
Okay, on 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. We bless you until next time.